Doing.
We are? Tell me when. Give me the wave.
Okay, hold on.
What's the Wi-Fi here? I can't get on GenRight right now.
Do we hook it up?
Yeah, here.
I don't know how to get to the Wi-Fi on these.
Oh, there's settings right there.
Oh. Settings, Wi-Fi.
Okay, go.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It is Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Man, I don't even know what day it is. It's been a blur. Welcome to Tech Talk. This is a live show we do every Wednesday on both Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you turn on your notifications so that you never miss a show or some of the new videos we post. Next week, we're going to be coming to you live from the Hammers. We're going to be out there for our turkey run, and that's going to be a ton of fun out there. So don't miss that next show. Let's see, and this Saturday, I wanted to remind everybody that I am taking my Aftershock JL out to Arizona for this week's Jeep night. So although we have the Jeep night here in Simi and we have them all over the country, I will be at the Arizona one. So if you're out that way, stop on by, say hi, check out the Jeep. Love to see everybody out there. So as you all know, we are here to talk about your favorite subject and mine, Jeeping. How to build them, how to work on them. If you have a question, you simply type it in as a comment. I've got a couple folks here to read those. So whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, just type them in and the guys will let me know. Today, we're going to be talking about changing shocks. We're going to be talking about that our Black Friday sale is running right now. And we're going to do a recap on the fact that we were out at Cougar Buttes last weekend.
I say audio's messed up.
No audio?
Yeah, the audio is skipping on YouTube.
Talk in yours.
The audio is skipping. One, two.
No,
Oh, you're trying it?
Yeah, I don't know if my mic's working.
very choppy.
Oh, I just turned your thing off.
Sorry.
Hold on.
This is always the challenge with a live show.
Here you go.
What do we
Somebody
got?
talk.
I'm talking.
Just keep going.
We're trying to figure out some audio mishaps here.
This
We
is
got
only on Tony's.
funky mics, of course. I'm twisting the thing here. Yep, we've got our special guest over there. Can you hear her? What do you think,
Well,
Jim?
I can hear you.
You can?
It's like intermittent.
Oh, it is? Why would it be intermittent?
No, it's
Wanna
like
switch?
it's like the plug's not plugged in.
I just twisted it to make sure it was in there.
Well, maybe that's.
You want me to switch with
happened.
this one?
Sure. Why don't you hang on to both of these? Leave them right there.
Okay. We'll try that. All right. We are going to do a quick start over. It's Wednesday, November 16th. And next week, I'm going to be coming to you guys live from the Hammers from our turkey run. And this Saturday, I'm going to be in Arizona to join our ambassador out there for their Jeep night. So we have Jeep nights all over on the third Friday of every month. So this time I'll be in Arizona. So if you're out that way, I'm bringing my Aftershock JL. Stop by, say hi, come check it out. Make sure you turn on your notifications on both Facebook and YouTube so you're getting the notification when we go live or if we post a new video. Of course, we're here to talk about your favorite subject and mine, working on Jeeps, building Jeeps. We've got a bunch of good stuff today. And remember, if you want to ask a question on this show, you just type it in as a comment and one of the guys will read it off to me. Today, we've got a customer's Jeep in here that we're going to be changing the shocks on. I also wanted to remind everybody that our Black Friday sale is already going. Got a lot of good deals and some of the items are up to 40% off. So we've got some good deals there. Some will make great. Oh, Jamie's indicated me 50% off. Some will make great Christmas gifts, so get over there and check that out. I know if any of you follow me on Facebook, we were out at Cougar Buttes, Wheeling last weekend. It was a cool video we posted. And of course, I want to remind everybody that we've got our brand new phone app that you can download from the Apple or the Android store. Check that out. It's your single point resource for everything GenRight, including reminders of the live show. Got a question?
Matt Hawkins has a question. Any GenRight Jeep nights near Chico, California?
That's a good question. Maybe Jeff, who's one of my guys, is watching on, and he can get in there and comment on that. I know my co-driver lives up that way, and several of my buddies that have GenRight built Jeeps, so maybe we can rally everybody to get together at the local pizza place or something. Let's see. We have updated our calendar, and we've got our turkey run and our Christmas crawl coming, so check that out. Now we're gonna, actually I got one thing before we switch sides. I want to show everybody, we've been working on our JL corner guards. We've talked about this for a while, and I have a question for you. So right now, it looks like this, and right now the back is plain. So that would give you the ability to flush mount a tail light like our Matrix light, right on the surface, or you could pop in a truck light or whatever oval light you want, whatever there is. Or we can French in one of our taillight buckets, and I'm looking for everybody's feedback as to which style they would prefer if you're a JL owner. The rest of you can keep your opinion to yourself. I'm only interested in the JL owners, okay? So, yeah. So surface mount, just plain. You can cut a hole in there. You can do a truck light, whatever you want to do. Or we can recess in the light, and just like we do on our JK. So let me know what you think on that. But this is how close we are on the JL corner guard. So I know Summer, if she's watching, is going to be super happy about it. Okay, now we're going to spin around and we're going to work on customer and tech talk viewers Jeep. So let's get over here. Everybody, this is Tammy. And Tammy, tell us a little bit about your Jeep. What year is it?
2015.
15. And is it a Rubicon?
No, just a JK.
Sport?
Yeah, sport.
Okay, and you are the original owner?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool.
Paid off, it's nice.
Paid off. And you got into Jeeping how?
Well, when I was a little girl, I happened to see a Jeep that I absolutely loved. It actually was not raised and all that, more like at the beach, we're in California.
Kind of a stalker, right?
Yeah. And that was my dream.
Cool.
So in 2015, I went and I did it. Pulled the plug, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And today, what are we doing here today?
We're gonna change my back shocks.
Okay, so how did you get these shocks and why are we changing them now?
Well, we actually got these from a friend that upgraded his Jeep to coilovers, and these are 6-packs, so not good road drivable shocks.
Okay.
So we're just going to Bilstein's now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and want to grab one of those over off the table? Let's show them what we got. This is a Bilstein 5100. These are nitrogen charged, and yeah, it'll actually mount up like this. We're going to pull off this shock, the mounts, and remount all this stuff right now. We're going to do that on the show, and yeah, basically, kind of you've already done the front shocks, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were telling me earlier that you and your husband actually do all the work on this Jeep.
Yes, Yancy.
Yeah.
Husband Yancy.
Yeah.
We do all the work on the Jeep.
Cool.
So.
Cool. That's good. That way, if you have trouble out on the trail, you guys know what to do. Or
Absolutely.
what
He's
to
the
look
witness.
for.
He's the witness, so.
Very cool. And you also recently upgraded to the Mickey Thompson AT tires.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you were
I
pretty
did.
happy about that, right?
Yes. Yeah. The other tires I had, I literally told Yancy and Tony, I'm just gonna sell my Jeep. I can't handle it. Tony said, no. Hold on.
We just need new
Let's do
tires.
this.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, yeah. Definitely a better ride. And
Yes, yeah.
you were just out last weekend wheeling at Cougar Buttes, right?
Yes.
And I saw the tires performing perfectly, as well as any of the mud tires. Still,
Mirror.
Don't mind,
Mirror
yours
toss.
in the plug. Turn the plug.
turn the plug here. Let me hand that back to you. Just a little bit. No, is that any better? Man, these.
It's like 30 seconds behind, so.
Oh, so it's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
it takes a second.
Is only one blue light?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Man,
It looks fine on
these
the camera.
darn mics are.
Tone upgrade.
It is time to upgrade. Is that any better?
Only
Hard to
time
tell?
that Nobody's responded back yet.
Nobody's responded back yet. Okay.
We'll see what happens, but
All right. Oh, Taylor's giving me the thumbs up. Okay.
yeah.
So they only like me, sorry.
But that's fine as long as they can hear you. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Good.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull these off. It's a little bit tricky. The bottom mount's easy. The upper mount's a little tougher.
Okay.
We've already pre-pulled some tools, so we should have the right stuff. And Jamie, if you can zoom in on what I'm doing and stuff. If anybody has, do we have any other questions? You guys have been really quiet so far. Okay. All right, then we'll go ahead and get started on this to make sure we got this going the right way. The new shocks did come with new hardware, which is nice. So we're I'm gonna need a hammer out of that lower drawer to just get this bolt out. And then on the upper one, let's see what we got here. I think this is a 17, yeah. Let's see if we can get in there.
No eye protection?
What is going to be our limit strap here on this rear suspension? Anything? When I pull this shock, I think the whole thing's just going to drop. So the shock, okay, so this is something I talk about with everybody. The shock should not be your limit strap. I don't like that at all. So let's see what we've got here that I can prop this up with.
There was an unused axle, like a tranny jack.
Yes.
Under the sucker.
And I'm even thinking one of these 40-inch tires could roll right under there, which would be fine too. Almost.
I'm planning for this.
Come on. No, not looking good? No, not. Okay, let me go get something else. How about one of these stools? Will this stool work?
Put the shock mount on the inside of your car.
And where'd those wood blocks go that I just had? Are they out back? Yep. Okay. We're getting creative here. That might be enough. I think it's still gonna. What do we?
Hey, so he did have a question
Sure.
about the nuts on the inside.
Yeah, what about them?
Okay,
Because you can get the bolt out.
Which nut?
no, you just took off.
What about it?
If you put that on the inside, the bolt comes out without getting
Oh, into this way? Yeah, like if it had gone the other way?
correct.
Yeah. And we still have quite a bit of weight on here. So
Should we just bring it down a bit?
I can drop it, yeah, a little bit. Let me do that.
Good.
Looking good?
Gotcha.
The bolt straighten out? There we go. Okay. So now that guy's out of there. All right, now we're gonna do the upper one. Any other questions while we are working on this? And we had a nut on the top of this, right, Yancey?
Yeah.
So we got to get in there. Okay.
That's a tough one to get to.
Where's my? Let's see what we got here. Oh, it sure is. Any other questions while I'm working on this? That set. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I was trying to get the wrench on the top, and which is right here. And now I got to get this in here.
Dylan wants to know what your favorite trail snack is.
Mine.
Yep.
Oh, I love a manifold burrito. Those are good. Okay. I've got one more to get to right here. And we probably need to kind of swing this out of the way. Let's see if I can get this.
Any trails after GenRight's night in Phoenix?
After, well, the only thing I could do is before, because I leave straight from there and go to the Hammers for our turkey run. So, I offered to do that. Oh, we're gonna need a longer extension. Let me grab one. Because I was coming out there, but I know how that goes. It's tough to match everybody's schedule.
Jeremy asked who's going to be at 4x4 night to see me on Friday.
I think everybody else, all the rest of the regulars, right? James, are you here for Jeep night, or are you already gone?
I am gone.
Okay. Let's get this guy. Really? Can't be that hard. No. Let's go up to. Let's move this baby up. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. So that's good. We got that dude out of the way. Now we need to get this bracket off.
Which one?
This one. So let's see what we've got here. So it uses the lower sway bar mount as one of them, and then it looks like it's probably got a couple self-tappers in here. So let's see. Yeah, that other side's spinning. So what is this? 19, so I need a 17.
Should be
17, yes.
There should be a 17 there.
No, I got 17 socket. Oh. And then I'm gonna need, looks like maybe a 13 as well. Get that, probably need a socket on 13.
15, there's a 17.
Okay, and then let's go down in here for like a 13. Let's try that. Oh, and I'm gonna need a, what is it?
3/8.
Okay. Is that gonna be
Question
right?
is, I'm starting to plan my JKB Elite build.
Let's get an extension for that, just a short one.
Including interior. I've also cut off all factory suspension mounts and motor mounts. So my question is, would it be smarter to go ahead and do the LS motor swap and get that up and running? Or should I start on the suspension? I've given myself 3 years to complete.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of get the motor swap out of the way, because then you can build the suspension stuff around it. If you put all the suspension in, then you can find yourself a little bit hamstringed where you don't have all the room that you needed. So just keep that in mind. But great question. Not enough people ask that. They just get going and then they're kind of stuck. Because as Jamie learned, we had to plan a lot of stuff related to the exhaust around the suspension. So you've got to, and ideally you'd like to do it all at once. That would be the best. So. Almost got this guy. There we go. They just, they sandwiched their bracket along with the factory bracket, so I just got to get this out of the way, and then I can pull off the metal cloak bracket and put the shock back in the original location. All right, let's have this guy. And, come on. There's, these have got to just be. Come on. Can barely get a bite on that. Let's, it's like buried in the corner there. What are the questions we got, boys? Still pretty quiet?
You good, so we only have an hour.
We only have an hour.
Yeah, hurry.
We'll get that a little out of the way, because this is still just barely enough on there.
What size is that?
Well, it's buried into this bracket. Maybe there's a 13. Trying to make some room to get to the bolt. Maybe. I don't want to round it off, or we're really going to play havoc with that. No, it does not want to go.
Can you wrap it with a hammer?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, it's
And just get it on there more.
This ad is brought to you by Milwaukee Power Tools.
See what I was trying to do? It's like double wall.
Yeah.
There we go. That was what we needed. Come on, baby.
How many customers are coming with 37-inch tires or less for Thanksgiving?
Say that again?
How many customers are coming with 37-inch tires or less for Thanksgiving?
Well, you guys are.
Us? 37?
I would say probably 25%. And there's definitely runs to be done with that size tire. And I'm bringing both the Aftershock and Terremoto, so I'm prepared to wheel with like whoever shows up.
And I could also deal with whoever.
Right, we don't need to take everybody on crazy trails.
Tony,
Yeah,
I got a comment that says, I lifted my YJ 2 inches front and rear, drove it for a month, and it started with a vibration. I know to check the drive shaft angles. Any other advice?
yeah, did they do a CV? So once you lift it like that, you need a CV at the transfer case. It was a YJ, you said? So did he do the one piece front axle? Because, typically people change the rear to a CV style, but they forget to do the front, which is what I had to do on our budget build, 4-shock.
Okay.
So you definitely want CVs on both. And then obviously, that helps to make up for some of the angles. I thought this was a nut plate back here, but it feels like maybe there's something down in there. Let me find another wrench.
And then, do we have a map for the Parade of Lights yet?
Oh, well, we already have the map, but we don't release it to the public until like that night. We don't want them out there driving around and getting in our way.
And then random question, make sure to carry a spare hub for the front Curry Data 60, ordered from GenRight's. Do you guys know the part number?
For the
Warren hub.
for the Warren hub.
Call.
It's on our website for sure, and it's the only one I have on there, so that there was no confusion. So, yeah, or call. Maybe even Andrew's watching tonight,
That Jeff's watching.
or Jeff. Yeah, they know where to find that stuff. Hang on to those two. Let me see if we get the right one here.
Is this a shock downgrade or upgrade or just customer presence? What was wrong with the old shock?
That's a great question. So Tammy was basically saying that the other shocks were too like flimsy and floppy on the road, and
Yeah,
she
like
was
everyday driving.
everyday driving. Yeah. So they are longer travel. And did you guys ever have any trouble with them like sitting on one end or the other, or did they always stay in the middle? They were pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just the roadworthiness, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are doing off-roading, but at the same time, you need it more roadworthy than not.
My everyday vehicle.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
So I definitely understand that. Let's see if we can catch this.
Nothing wrong with the old one.
Here's a good one, too. EJ Rubicon, built axles, gears, 4-inch suspension arms, 35-inch Baja buses. Are long arms worth it at a stock wheel, or wait and stretch with new axles and 37s?
Well, I think long arms are worth it for sure. I think that's a nice upgrade whenever you can do that. Yeah, I mean, I know it's all a trade-off, right? So it's hard to certainly afford all this stuff. But if you can do it, that's the long arm's going to improve the suspension geometry for sure. Let's see if we can get this guy. Come on, baby. No. I was able to get that other one. Let's, what other wrench you got there? Let's try this guy. Feels like there's a different,
2006 LJ. I want to move the back to make room for my 37 to be centered in the wheel well. What is required for that?
say it one more time.
2006 LJ, want to move my gas tank back to make room for my 37s to be centered in the wheel well. What is required for that? What's required to fit your 31 gallon Safari tank?
Oh, okay. So if you want to go with the big tank, that's a whole nother deal. That does not allow any rear movement. That maximizes all of the space that's there, especially if you're running a track bar. If you're willing to get rid of the track bar, you can gain a little bit of space there. But inevitably, everybody wants to go with bigger axle, and the bigger axle, just the pumpkin is physically bigger, so that takes more room too. We do make a tank that allows you like a 3-inch stretch and a 5-inch stretch and a 7-inch stretch. So each one of those are increments that you can do. The reality is just to center up the wheel in the wheel well would only take the 3-inch stretch. It's not going to take much. So, I would call in Andrew. Andrew's already gone for the day, but Andrew is our resident LJ specialist, and he'd be a great guy to talk to. So, he can advise you on what would be the best way to go. Okay. And sell you the right parts.
Next question, can I go ahead and buy the LS mounts for the JK Elite suspension and weld them in without having a motor yet?
Yes. Yeah. That's going to come with special fixtures that located in the right spot. So it's pretty easy to do and get that. Our guys weld them into the frame without the engine all the time. So it's pretty easy to do. Yep. Okay. So we've got this bracketry out of the way. We need to put this bolt back in. And that was this nut, I think. Nope, that's coarse. We need fine. There we go. All right. So that's gonna get us, let's see, I think that was this guy and this guy. James, are you able to see what I'm working on?
A little bit.
I'm putting the sway bar, the lower link mount back on to the tab, the factory tab. And then we're gonna bolt the new Bilstein shock in on this side. This is almost tight. And then we'll be good to go. You want to do this before you put the shock in, or it's going to be a real bear to get to it.
How much trimming is required on the rear doors with the GenRight's cage in a JKU?
Rear doors?
Right?
No, not on the rear door. No.
No, I don't know if they can hear me ask the question.
Yeah, they were asking about trimming on the rear door of a JKU. Trimming of the rear doors. No. No, there's, we have a bunch of mounts that go in there, but no trimming. No. Okay, new shock. Got that bad boy. Let's take these little caps off.
Is this?
Yep, we're gonna just use one set of that. So give me one set of that, and then I need the bolts that came out of the top, which I think were those guys, right? But those are gonna be too long. Does this fit in there? That does, that's what we need. Okay, let's get this dude up in there. Okay, that one other short one that's laying down here, right there. That guy. Thank you. Stay up there. You got it?
Yep. Is it all right?
I'm gonna twist it just a little bit. Right there. Okay. All right, that's snug. Now, this is the fun part. We clip the band, and we gotta get that in. And this time we're gonna put the bolt in,
One or two of these.
just one. We're gonna put one bolt in as we clip this thing. So let me get some snips.
Next question. Any issues with the anti-rock rubbing on the filler tube for the gas tank on the stock link TJ?
Any issues? We don't normally have any. The question was, is there any issues with the sway bar arm hitting the filler tubes?
That anti-rock arm hitting the filler tube.
I mean, we've run those a bunch, and I don't remember any issues with that.
I haven't seen a problem.
No. So,
Back to the cage question is,
yeah.
I was comment, I think he meant the interior body panel for the full doors.
Tony, your mic was
It's not working again?
skipping again.
Bad with these mics.
Is that number 1 or 2?
It's 2. Are we back to that double cord thing? Yeah,
I don't trust that.
that's probably what the problem is. Is that better, hopefully?
It's catching up right now.
I'm put it on the outside. Okay, so when you put the cage in, we are adding a C pillar and a D pillar. So you cut the D pillar off and you move it back.
You said you made a suggestion about a heat gun.
The heat gun was only when you close the door that, depending on the model year, okay, so if it's 2011 or older, there's no interference with the inner door panel. So it has to do with the inner door panel on the rear door. On the 2012 and up, where the bar comes down on the B-pillar, you literally just heat it with a heat gun, you close the door, and it self-clearances and not an issue. You could cut it, but I wouldn't cut it. I'd just hit it with a heat gun and close the door. So, okay, here we go. Let's see if we're good enough to get this in there. This is going to be a problem. Come on, baby. Wow, these are some dull cutters, and oh, there we go. Come on. Ah. Oh, our opening's a little jacked, I think.
Wondering.
Okay. Back to our big crescent. So now we've got to get this up a little bit. That's okay. It actually is just about right. Anyways, okay, so hold it over for a second.
You want me to recon it?
I think we just need a little bit on both sides. Okay, let's see if we can get that baby in there now. A little more. These things over time get worked pretty hard. And if you overbend it, it's not the end of the world because the bolts pull it right back. Okay, let's take a look. What do we got? Wow, still not quite.
I've got to bring that up.
Okay, Nancy, why don't you get over here and give it a little pull from the side. Yeah. Okay, now move up just a little bit. Again. Yes. That's better. We're getting some movement now.
More?
Let's try it. Let's try to go. Oh man. Go on the inside here. Give me a little bit on that one. Double steel. I know. So you guys have beefed up these lower mounts because they've obviously seen some action. That might get in there.
Another ball peen?
Yeah. No, I think we're gonna need some more mods here. It's just getting the rubber through. So let's go a little bit more on both.
Tony,
Yeah.
will the anti-rock front or both front and rear help lift the JK lean to the passenger side after a 3.5 lift? I only have the rear shock sway bar in my 2011 after a 6E14 volt swap.
Okay, so if you decide to go with an anti-rock style sway bar, you need to do both front and rear. They actually kind of complement each other because the spring rate is so light that it's one of those things where you need to do both front and rear sway bar if you're running an anti-rock. The rear sway bar, you know, is all rubber mounted. I mean, it virtually does nothing. It's small, so yeah, definitely. All right, let's see what we got.
Shock boots or no? It's wet in the Northwest.
So you can see on a shock boot like this, they're perforated at the bottom. So if moisture gets in there, it just flushes itself out. So some people feel better about running them. If I was going to run them, what I would do is after I went through what I would call bad conditions, I would pop the zip tie at the top and try it to make sure, you know, like look underneath there and make sure it wasn't trapping a bunch of stuff. So yeah, you're just gonna have to check it and clean it, and otherwise you pull it and you stand a chance at gumming up the seal. So, but obviously a lot of shocks come without boots. So I think where the boots are really effective is like salt spray and some of that lighter stuff. I think the holes in here can also act like a pump. As you're going through mud and stuff, to actually like suck stuff in there as well. But I don't run boots on any of my shocks. When I did that, it was like back in the 90s. We're really close. Yeah, I think it's probably hammer time. Okay, and we need to. Okay, so now let's get this out of here. So the shock is our limit strap in this case. Okay. So actually, I don't think that right now, even if we lift the Jeep, this will push down in there. So what we need to do is lift the Jeep a little bit, and then be able to. So Taylor, how much lower can I go? I need to get. So maybe something in there.
Before you lower it.
Well, it won't go right now. We're still a little bit. I got to come down just a little more. Maybe there. That's got to be pretty close.
That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good. Okay. So let's. Come on, baby. Wow, that is not happy.
Hey, I gave you the little liner tool too.
Yeah.
The dead blow.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. Yancey, let's torque on this outside one just a little bit more. You could do a little more on the inside one too. Get a pretty good bite on it, so the wrench is going back. Yeah. There you go.
What I need to do is
On me. Huh. See if it got any better.
double plate. Doesn't make it easy.
It's not easy. Yeah, try that inside one again. You're flexing it. Let's try that. Maybe. Oh man, that's I'm hitting on that harder than I want to. I don't want to deform this round eye. Okay, so we have another little trick we can do where we take a nut and we put 2 bolts in it and we just back the 2 bolts out so it's like a press inside there. That's gonna take a little more time. Maybe
Just pull the other side off, and when you're done, we'll.
keep working on that?
Yeah.
Okay. How else are we doing on questions? Are we doing okay? Is everybody finding this interesting? This is typical, by the way. When you're working on a Jeep, it's pretty typical.
Especially if you rock crawl, right?
Yeah.
Really hammers and cuss words and curse.
Okay.
It's like the original,
Hey.
Hey, what?
Stool.
Oh, we're gonna need the other stool. Where's oh, it's over here.
Strap.
It's over here. Our fancy, oh, you already got a stool. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So now what we got to do is go back up, huh? Okay. Put that back under there. A little further. There we go. This is some down-home engineering right here.
Somebody did comment and say the DAP improviso.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay. Got that. Now, what was this? Oh, see, the bolt's in the other way on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Nobody's pointing fingers.
Okay. That's out of the way. You get it? We'll go. There you go. Okay. So we got more of the same issue over here. Holy smokes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. how did these bolts even get in there? Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. I think I'm gonna go. So again, taking off that lower sway bar link bolt. And I'm sure, some of you are sitting at home chuckling, like anytime you go to work on something on your Jeep, it's bent, it's rusted, it's just not in showroom condition. Makes working on it quite interesting. Yeah. Okay, now, where did our metal hammer go?
I took it away from you.
Can I have it back?
You said to use that one right there.
Well, I need to really put this on here.
Taylor,
Thanks, Taylor.
I'll support it.
Take 5 more minutes and we'll see the cutoff saw come out.
Yeah. It's part of the fun.
I was gonna suggest that.
Okay.
Tony,
Yeah.
a few dollars going from short arm to long arm with curry arms. Could you cut and sleeve them to extend them?
Well, you could, but does that mean you're going to move the mounts on the frame side, or are you moving the axle back? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, so if you do that, anytime you cut something, yeah, you've got to put in a sleeve that is at least twice the thickness of the arm you're cutting, and bevel it so that when you weld it, you're burning through into the sleeve, right? So you just need to know what you're doing. And I would prefer rosette welding that sleeve in as well, right? So drill a couple holes, make sure you burn those in. Just make sure that things can't wiggle apart. The other thing that's super common is people cut the arm right in the middle. You might want to figure out where you're most likely to hit and like move a little ways away from that. So that way you're not just continuously beating the spot that you just welded. So for what that's worth. But yes, you could save a few bucks doing that. Okay.
Up to you.
Okay, now we're back to the funky wrench down inside. Let's see if we can do this. Come on. Get on there. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now this guy, it's going to be a bear because it is buried in all kinds of. Wow. You can see, let's get on the big crescent right here. Give me some meat right there. Anything? I don't know if we moved anything. Let's see where that bolt's just buried in there. I'm not even sure how that got in.
But it was not bent up.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. Wow.
What about like that ratcheting?
What's that? Bracket? I don't know about that.
What size is it?
It's a 13, but I can't even get the socket. I was trying to force it on there, but it's, and, look at this too. Look at the bolts in from this way. Like, how did the bolt even get in there? Unless the whole bracket, slid out. So, James, or Taylor, on the left side of that top drawer, it's by chisels. They're blue. Yeah. They're blue. How are we doing on questions?
Can you get it with the ratcheting box in?
Let's see if I can get something here. Jamie coming back with something cool.
I don't know, cool. He's got something.
I'm just trying to clearance the bracket here.
Hey,
Plasma cutters right now.
Well, I can't get in there with that. I can't even barely get a bite on it.
Yeah, it's like
It
squeezed
is
together.
tight.
I'm just chipping away at the metal on the bracket to try and get the socket in here. So a lot of you have heard, I'm not a fan of these bolt-on brackets either, like just commit and weld the darn thing and be done with it. And then it's easier to cut off when, when you change your mind. Let's see, maybe I can get it now. That's the,
I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult.
oh, might have it. That was it. Come on. Maybe. Can't tell. No. Definitely not working. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to get the cutoff wheel and whack this stuff off here and leave what's left. Okay. More questions? Because obviously we're going way beyond what the show is.
You still got 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
I want to see that.
Taylor, right there.
Eye protection.
Eye protection. Top drawer.
I will set that.
Oh, this wheel's broken. It's in those double doors on the side of that workbench. There you go. And yeah. Oh, geez, man, this is the way it goes. This is totally the way it goes. Thanks.
Hey, is that Mike? Oh, it's not Mike.
Oh, I'm gonna put.
Actually, it does say JP on it.
Is this the fine one?
I'm sure.
Good to go?
Somebody said, you can cut it off now, it's getting interesting. Yeah, whenever you're working on any Jeep, you're going into this kind of stuff.
Hopefully everybody's liking this. We get to cut something.
Sparks are gonna fly.
Tony's got a lot of medical work after this.
Yeah. Frickin' guys. Okay. Okay. One bracket out of the way. This one we can actually just leave because it's not in the way. But I think I need to take a little bit more off of this one because it's still a little bit, and I'm gonna swap the battery because I think it's going south on, yeah, right here.
Can you just get in there and cut that bolt off?
Tight.
I can't see it.
Yeah, it's,
Really wedged in there.
Okay, now that piece that just came off is extremely hot. So we're not gonna touch that with our hands. There we go. And I just wanna make sure that we've got enough clearance that now when we put the shock in here, it's not gonna be hitting on this tab. I'm gonna make one more slice here. There we go, that's looking good. All right, now get me another shock. Let's get one of these bolts up in here, right here. Okay, let's get that guy right up in there. There we go. Let me tighten that with this and this. Okay, good. Now, we're gonna cut this and do the same thing. Try and get this baby in there, which this one doesn't look quite as bashed. We might be in better shape here. Come on, baby. It's held on by one.
Nippers.
There we go. Yeah, they're hurting. And that's maxed out. Okay. So I need to lower the Jeep again, and we do the same exercise to try and get this inside there. Any more questions? Okay, coming down.
Yeah. Okay,
Is that enough?
hold on. Just like a little tiny bit more, tiny. Okay, okay.
Good?
We're definitely gonna have to do some.
More. Oh yeah. Same situation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna work on that with our fancy expansion tool, and we'll get these shocks in the rest of the way. Any other last minute questions? What do we got? Anything?
No, Taylor did good.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching us. Thanks, Tammy, for being on here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And, typical Jeep, got to bash to fit and grind to clearance, So, all right. Thanks. We'll see everybody next Wednesday live from the Hammers.